Our Prophet said, hadith is in the Sunan of Abi Dawood, and with this we'll end. He's talking about events in the historical process in Akhirul Zaman. And he said, he's speaking to his companion Mu'az ibn Jabal, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And he says to him, Mu'az, Umranu Bayt al-Maqdis kharabu Yathrib. Wait until you see Jerusalem emerging, built up, center stage in world affairs. And at that time, look to Medina. When you see Medina, kharabu Yathrib, in a state of forlorn desolation. How you say that in Urdu? Forlorn desolation. Give me a nice Urdu expression. Sabina, huh? Kharab? Tabao ge? No, that's not adequate enough. Forlorn desolation. Huh? Abandoned. No, I want to get an Urdu expression because there are lots of people in Pakistan are going to be listening to this lecture. Okay, maybe Urdu doesn't have it. Umranu Bayt al-Maqdis kharabu Yathrib. When you see Jerusalem built up, shining center stage in the world, then look to Medina. And when you see Medina in a state of forlorn desolation, kharabu Yathrib, then kharabu Yathrib khurujul Malhama. Then look, because the next event that is going to come, major in the historical process, will be the Malhama. The Malhama. Has the Malhama occurred as yet? No. No. Where is the proof? No. Where is the proof? The Prophet ﷺ spoke about the Malhama when he said in the hadith of Sahih Bukhari that the river Euphrates will uncover a mountain of gold. And people will fight for that gold. But 99 out of every 100 who fight for that gold will be killed. Meaning, this would be a unique war in human history. A war like no war has ever been before, which would kill 99% of combatants. This is the Malhama. And everyone who fights for that goal would say, I'll be the one who will survive. So when they enter that Malhama, they don't know who's going to win.
Can you explain the Malhama?
The Malhama is a great war, a great war, prophesied by Nabi Muhammad ﷺ, which will occur in Akhirul Zaman, the end time. The Christians know it as Armageddon. Armageddon, a great war. I asked the question, has the Malhama occurred as yet? And I went to another hadith which throws light on the Malhama, that there will be a war in which 99% of all combatants will be killed. And I've said, no war in history has been like that. None. This is a unique war. Nor can this be conventional warfare. No. This has to be warfare using weapons of mass destruction, like nuclear weapons. And he said, no one will know who will survive, the one who will survive. But the Muslims must not touch that goal. Those who wish to wait for a mountain of the metal to come out of the river, a literal interpretation, have the right to do so. We've understood this as religious symbolism, and we have said this occurred in 1974. when an ocean of oil underneath the river began to function as a mountain of gold, and the petrodollar was born. But never accept Imran's opinion. No, until you're convinced that he's correct. And so the Malhama is now around the corner. But what happens after the Malhama? I believe we've settled the case that the Malhama has not as yet occurred, the one prophesied by Prophet Muhammad. We've settled that case. That Malhama is coming because Russia is challenging the mountain of gold. It's challenging with bricks. So what happens after the Malhama? Listen to what he said. And NATO can take it and put it in their pipe and smoke it. He said, Khurujul Malhama, Fathul Constantiniya. The great war of the Malhama would be followed by the conquest of Constantinople. That is why they changed the name of the city. That is why they made it illegal to even use the name of Constantinople. You go to Turkey and you use the name Constantinople, you can be arrested because they wanted to hide what the Prophet said. The conquest of Constantinople in 1453 was bogus. Islam has never ordained jihad against Christians. Where did that rubbish come from with a capital R? Is that your religion? The Ottomans waged bogus jihad on the Christians. Did the Christians attack them? Were they responding to the Christians? No. And when the Ottomans took the city of Constantinople, it was brave and courageous Christians who were defending it on that day. And they were defending themselves against an aggressor. And so I have said it, and I don't care who differs with me and who is annoyed and angry. The shuhada who fell on that day were the Orthodox Christians who died in defending Constantinople. They were the shuhada. And you tell me that is the conquest of Constantinople prophesied by Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Please go and do your homework. Don't make a fool of yourself. I'm sorry if I call you a fool. I apologize. Please do your homework. I don't intend to insult anybody. No, it's not my way. Go and do your homework. The conquest of Constantinople in 1453 is not the conquest prophesied by Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Not only because it was bogus, but also because the conquest of Constantinople comes after the Malhama, not before. The Malhama has not occurred as yet. It could occur before the US elections. Prepare yourself. A nuclear war. Most of us will die. And we are proud that the Orthodox Christians of Russia are brave and courageous, and they're not afraid of death. If a Christian people could be unafraid of death, why should Muslims be afraid of death? Why? The conquest of Constantinople, which comes after the Malhama, indicates that the backbone of NATO is being broken. Because NATO, or the Western Christianity, wants control over the Bosphorus. The control over the Bosphorus they had for 500 years were through their client state, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans were clients of the Western world. And when the Ottoman Empire collapsed, then the secular state of Turkey became a member of NATO and controlled the Bosphorus again for Western Christianity for NATO. So they have controlled the Bosphorus for hundreds of years now. And when the Malhama takes place, and then the conquest of Constantinople occurs, the implication would be that Gog and Magog are being broken. They're not completely broken yet, they're being broken. Well, then how will this take place? Answer, we go back to Surah Al-Kahf. We go back to Qarnayn, Zulqarnayn. Zulqarnayn means 2 ages. In one age, Gog and Magog are checkmated. He built a barrier. But in the second age, Gog and Magog will again be checkmated. This is the Quran. NATO, you can take that and put it in your pipe and smoke it. Islamic eschatology is telling you that you're going to be checkmated. This is the Quran.